Will Nunziata, and I'm so excited to be speaking with the acclaimed Las Vegas-based electronic musician and multimedia artist, the one and only LOCKBOX. Hello, LOCKBOX. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Listen, LOCKBOX, I'm so excited that the audience just got a little sneak peek of a little bit of your talent with Hardcore Vibes. I want to know how that all came about for you, creating that.
Actually, the story of Hardcore Vibes is pretty interesting. So a friend and I, we wanted to make the music video for it, and we got trapped in a snowstorm while we were making it for 3 days. So we literally had to just edit it. That's kind of why it came out the way it did. We had nothing else to do, so we really kind of worked hard on it.
I love those happy mistakes that happen that, like, you know, when sometimes you see behind the scenes of movies and you're like, oh, the director had such an avant-garde vision, and they're like, actually the battery went out and that's all we got. Like, I love that, those kind of stories, because honestly, I'm watching it and I'm like, this is such an interesting, cool vibe. And I love you're like, yeah, snowstorm.
Yeah, happy accidents. Yeah, it was like, you know, power was out. That's like all we could really do was just work on it. And we, you know.
But as artists, as you know, we just make it happen. But listen, I also really love talking with you a little bit off camera. Not only are you an amazing musician and artist, but you have this passion for blockchain and the blockchain technology that puts the power back in the artist's hands. I want you to talk to me a little bit about how the whole interest in blockchain came about and what you're most excited about the FENIX app.
Totally. Well, you know, as a electronic musician who's been putting stuff out online for a really long time, since I was probably 13 or 14, I have like cumulatively millions of streams, but I've never seen a single dime from any of those. Like, the thing that initially drew me to the blockchain music connection is there's a lot of money in my practice that's kind of just gone into a black hole, whether it's the streams or also, you know, intermediaries, like a lot of middlemen will kind of tell you one thing and you know you won't exactly get that. So I've lost money in ways where it was just like wasn't accounted for. And I really like how with the blockchain everything is there and you can't mess it up, and it's just like a perfect record. And so I've been studying music and the blockchain integration for a while now, and there's a lot of projects in this space, but I'm really drawn to this app in particular because of just the way the app is designed. Like, you'll be able to have your own app on the phone where it's just your face and stuff. And it's really cool. Like, out of all the ones I've seen, it seems like the most fleshed out. So it's really exciting.
Amazing. And you were talking to me off camera on, you don't have to name them, but if you want to, that's great. But you were talking to me about some of the ones that seem familiar to me that have been out for a little bit now. So you're comparing them to stuff that's already out there.
Yeah, totally. So the main two that I'm really familiar with, there's one called Audius, which is probably the most popular. There's another called Utopia Genesis Project. I'm pretty sure is what it's called. It's either that or Utopia Open Protocol. They have a couple different names, but they're cornering different parts of the market. So like Audius is almost like an alternative to SoundCloud, and the UOP one is more dealing with monetizing streams. It's like an ERC20 token that's for monetizing streams and stuff like that. But this app is completely different. It's kind of like its own self-contained world. And I definitely think that people are really hungry for like the next big platform. I think we're all kind of a little exhausted by Instagram and SoundCloud and stuff like that. There's like too much competition there, and I don't know, I'm really excited to kind of be on like the first wave with this.
You are, my friend. Listen, I've done almost 500 interviews in 6 months all over the world, from New York to LA to Singapore to China to London to, gosh, Australia. I mean, you name it. I have spoken with these people, they're interpreters, and if there's anything that everyone is saying the same, even if it's in a different language, is that need to cut out the middleman, in that need for the artist to finally get their worth, in that need for connection.
100%, 100%.
And, you know, I think about you, my friend. I've been very fortunate actually to speak with quite a few electronic musicians most of whom actually are from the East. I'm sure you know this, but electronic music is huge in China, Japan, and Singapore. And when I'm speaking with a lot of these electronic musicians, they're also like in hungry for collaboration, you know? And I'm thinking of someone like you, Lockbox, in these States, to be able to potentially collaborate with, you know, major electronic musicians in the East. I mean, in Phoenix is that one-stop shopping where you can actually easily connect with them.
Totally. It's funny you say that because in college, I tried to code my own crypto, and I wanted to do one where it was called like Soundcoin, and the idea was you would upload a sample onto the blockchain, and then the final piece, once everyone had uploaded their samples, it would like play through the blockchain. I didn't get that very far with it because the coding was really complicated, but
look what you got, Lockbox. I mean, look at you manifested Phoenix. I mean, we should.
Right.
I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. We should thank you for manifesting Phoenix.
Yes.
But listen, my friend, I could speak with you forever, but I just want to let everyone know, for more on the incredible Lockbox, you can read more about him right below this video. And final question for you, Lockbox. If you had to give advice to any of the young Lockboxes out there watching this video who not only have an interest in a very specific genre, electronic music, but also have this love of the business side of show business, but especially the crypto blockchain world, what advice would you give to them?
I'd say, you know, don't be afraid to innovate. Don't be afraid to change. You know, artists can get kind of hemmed into one style and doing things a certain way, but you know, we live in a super fast paced world, and just be willing to adapt and change and try new things. That would be my advice.
Amen, Lockbox. Well, thank you so much for your time today, and I'm glad that we're connected now. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.